Dreamy MacSteamy Shoes and what I'm going to talk about today, my beautiful super soul sisters. And thank you so much for joining me again. And I congratulate you on taking yet another tiny little step that's going to get you into your shoes on your path going your way, which is what this is all about. And I thank you and I congratulate you for actually investing in making time for yourself, because it's such a common thing, isn't it? Us busy ladies, we've got so much on the go. I mean, kudos to you guys. I mean, I'm always sitting in the car in my gym kit, or on the way to an appointment or back from an appointment or a session or whatever the case might be, and you're still coming back. And I want to say well done you, because a lot of people will probably drop off and then they come back, and you're one of the ones that's not doing that. You're actually picking it up and you're running with it yet again. So well done. You are going to get there, wherever there is, a lot faster, and you're going to be a lot happier because of it. So now the Dreamy MacSteamy is, I can't remember, I think it was Grey's Anatomy. Wasn't there a MacSteamy or MacDreamy or something in there? I can't remember, but anyway, I always remember that sort of term. And I'm not talking in the sense of, in this particular instance of someone who's hot and like gets you all hot under the collar. I'm not really talking about that one. I'm talking about having a dream that you don't let go of, and you don't let people stop you, cage you in. Don't let them do the crayfish shoes. Remember the crayfish pot, where they can, negative people will quite often try and pull you back into the pot. They don't want you to take that next step. Another acronym would be the tall poppy syndrome, where they're always trying to, over here in New Zealand and Australia, it's a big thing where it's like, they don't want people to succeed, and if they do succeed, they tend to cut them down. It's called the tall poppy syndrome. Terrible thing. I'm all up for people achieving, and making the most of themselves. Maybe not going all out and showing off and being ego driven. I want to have it where people are aligned to their purpose, to what their true calling is, and then walking that path egoless, if you like, without all of that puffery and that superficiality, which is all about your shoes, your path, your way. But of course, you're not going to know what your path is if you don't even know who the frick you are in the first place. You've got to work out what's in your cupboard. What shoes do you want? What do you not want? And then once you've discovered who you are, then you can get clear about, well, do you know what? I've actually discovered that there's a whole lot of stuff I didn't actually want to do. And here I am now sitting in the zone going, what do I want? Well, when you join the memberships and you do my courses and stuff like that, you'll become a lot clearer listening to these free little videos. It's 10 minutes a day, it's a few minutes of your day every single time, every single day that you're dedicating to improving yourself, getting to that next better version of yourself, being the best that you possibly can. And, you don't get there if you don't take the action. So first of all, listen to what I'm suggesting. And if there's an exercise or whatever, please do it, because that is actually going to get you closer to your dreams. And that's what the dreamy thing is that don't let people kill your dreams. And dare I say, don't let yourself kill your dreams, because we can get thrown off course. We get stuff, life happens at you, especially us busy mums. If you're a career mum, you don't even have to be a mum. We just have to be busy, a busy lady. We're doing far too much, in my opinion. Far more than we've ever had to before, and we get blown off track, don't we? We get sucked out onto the, my kids are sick, or so-and-so's having a crisis, or I needed to do longer, I have to do long hours at work in order so that I can stay there. If I really want that promotion, then I have to be there longer and better. I know this. I mean, I've been on that treadmill, and I remember this when I was in the UK. Like, you did not get into management unless you put in those hours, and they were big hours, man. Like, I remember the one year, listen to this, the one year because it was winter, I remember going in and coming back to work, and it was always dark. I would leave early for work, and then I'd get out and I would leave late, because, you know, I was a manager and I was running the unit, the web and print units there, and it was like it wasn't a requirement. You had to go above and beyond. Now I'm all up for above and beyond, but at what cost? And I remember, you know, coming out when it was summer, and I was actually squinting. I was like, you know, because I hadn't even seen daylight for months. Now that's too much. That's too much. And, you know, it was a sudden reality check of like, really, have I not seen sunlight for that long? You know, it's like, yes, on the weekends, but it was just like, really, that's not healthy, you know. So the MacDreamy stuff that I'm talking about is like, where are you moving to? Always have your goal at the end. And I'm not talking about ideally where it's just a financial. A lot of people think that when I'm doing my courses and stuff that, you know, it's all about making more money. It's about, you know, business strategy. Yes, there is that component. Absolutely, without a doubt, you know, and I handle the mindset stuff, and then I pull in with the membership that I'm pulling together now. It's going to be all the business stuff that goes with that. So there's two aspects to being really successful and manifesting your dreams. One is the mindset stuff, and the other one is how the actual nuts and bolts of how to make that work in your business. Like, what's the best way? And ideally, I want to have it where all us lovely ladies have some level of passive earn, a recurring income that comes in every month. So it frees us up from all the stress of our daily lives. Now, that is my kind of like vision. That's my thing. Now, but can you see how that's a vision? It's like it's making other women be as self-sufficient as possible, so that they have time and freedom and love and joy in their life that is zoned out, dare I say, drowned out because of the grind of life, you know. So can you see how it's a dream? Like, I can envisage this world where we've got all these beautiful women that are all supporting each other, that are all on their path, being the best version of themselves, getting to a place where it's like, I am going to leave behind a legacy. I am going to leave behind, like, this is a recurring income. It enables us to go traveling. I will have had great experiences with people that I love, which they be my family or my friends or my kids or whatever, or all of the above, where I've got time to work on myself, that I'm going to be well enough to live a long and healthy lifestyle, so that I can do that with my kids, with my, you know, my family, my friends, that I am able to have enough money to go traveling, that it's not all grind, that it's just about paying the bills. It's none of that. So that's a MacDreamy thing for me. It's like, but it's kind of like a loose vision, rather than I will make, you know, X million by X date, which is quite often where people get lost. They think, right, it's all about the money, it's all about the, you know, status, it's all about the power. It's, you know, we have different drivers to, you know, to get there, but we get conditioned by society into thinking that is how we're supposed to be thinking. It's all about position, power, car, house. And I'm going, actually, excuse my language, bollocks to that. It's not actually about that. It's about what that money will be able to do for you and others, and what kind of legacy you will then be able to leave behind. So, for example, one of the things that I would love to have once things really kick in for us is that there's so much you know, revenue coming in, that I'm able to start wellness villages, so that we can live sustainably, we can walk the talk in a community environment, and have health retreats, and have you know, this is like the biggest stuff that I'm talking about. It's like those wellness villages, we're going to teach the way, you know, that we can all be self-sustainable on an ongoing basis to our kids. And once we turn, for example, emotional resilience toolkit that I promote, okay, learn these tools, and these are tools that you, once you've learned them, you can then use these tools with people that you care about that are stressing out, that they're not handling life. They could handle life a bit better. It could be your kids, it could be your friends, it could be your family member, it could be a relative. It doesn't matter. It could be a work peer. Pick whoever it is who's not really coping in that moment. Doesn't matter what it is. These are like the top 5 things that you definitely want to be having in your handbag at all times, so that you can whip it out. Now, once you've learned that, you'll then be able to use it with them. You'll then at some stage be able to teach it to them. Now that you've taught that to your child, you can then have it where they will then teach their kids. So you see how it infiltrates villages and generations to come. And it's actually not about the money. It's about the vision. It's about the MacDreamy. It's like, dream what's possible, and don't let people cage you in. Because you're going to have your doomsdayers. You're going to have those people who suck you back in. They're going to go like the crayfish in the pot. They're going, oh, you can't do that. Oh, or they get jealous because you're making progress. So it's that whole thing of let it go and just go, thanks, but no thanks. They give you a gift and it's a negative one. You give it back. You say, do you know what? I'm not going to listen to that, and I'm sorry that doesn't work for you. You don't have to say it out loud. You can just say this in your head and just no, thank you. You can actually keep that. I'm still going to keep my vision. I'm still going to keep my dream, because and every day I'm going to take a little step towards my MacDreamy world. Okay. And who knows, I don't know if it's going to all come together. Flip and hope it does, but quite often I find with folks that I've helped is they get there plus some, and they go, I never thought I would actually be able to achieve that, and it's like, I never thought I'd be able to feel this way or do this kind of stuff or have that kind of lifestyle. If we can all imagine, if we could all be like that. And it's like, once we've really cruised and done really, really, really well ourselves, and I'm not saying that we're there, because I'll tell you what, you will find that there will always change. There will always change. You will get there and then there'll be another place. And this is why it's more about having the loose vision of how it makes you feel and what you're going to do with what you're actually making. That, what possibility that's going to give for others, not just yourself. That's going to be far more impactful, because once you get there, you'll go, do you know what? This is really cool, but it's even better that I'm actually able to help all these other people, and that this is something that I'm going to be able to leave behind. Like, this is a legacy. This is a footprint on this planet that has made a difference. Okay. So hang on to your MacDreamies. Get MacDreamy. It doesn't even have to be real specific. It's that feeling. It's that, I've got a loose vision of what it is. And then you can go get mindset. This is the mindset stuff. And then you've got the, business strategies. Once you start honing in on exactly what that is and how that's going to deliver that MacDreamy state, you get clear on what path you actually do want to get clear on. It's like, how do I actually get from A to B? Start taking those little steps today. So I hope you find that useful. And if you did, please will you like, share, subscribe, comment, and if you've got any questions, feel free to direct message me in the Facebook group. You're very welcome. More than happy to address whatever you want. And we can pick it up in the Facebook live sessions that I do every Friday. And yeah, more than happy to answer those questions there. It's completely free. Normally people would be paying, so why not? Okay. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Your shoes, your path, your way. Namaste.